Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. I'm here with my guys. We're gonna talk everything. 7 big clubs or 6, I don't know. Just Cass is the one who decided this. But Ramadan Mubarak, everybody. It's the first day of Ramadan. To everybody that is fasting, everybody that is praying, everybody is Australia now. They're praying. I'm still fasting. Cass is about to eat in about 2 hours. So big up everybody and Ramadan Mubarak, everybody, Muslims and non-Muslims. Whatever you believe.
You see what he did there? You see what he did there? Oh, it was Cass's idea. Like, you got like it's a bad idea, you pussy.
It's a
like,
great idea. It's a great idea.
I
It's
see
swearing in Ramadan. Oh,
I forgot my look.
He fell for it.
I said it. Look,
mission failed.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
I feel like it was GTA, and I feel like Courtney failed the mission.
This Egyptian called Mo's an imbecile trying to say like he's going on like this is a bad idea when really and truly it's not even none of our like this idea is good because it will spark debate. And 2, it's Daps' fault.
It's
wait, what we do? What's this idea we're talking about? Why
basically the idea is
oh my god,
we're gonna go through the 7 clubs, the main 7 clubs now, since we have to include Newcastle since they're on their rise and everything like that, etc. etc. But you have to pick only 2 players that they could do this summer, not 3, not 4. Some clubs will need it, but you have to pick 2. And we have to agree which club, like, you know, we have to spark debate which they need. Like, Man United probably need about 4 positions. Tottenham need probably a whole new 11. Chelsea probably need a few more. You know, stuff like that. Liverpool need about 11. You know what I'm saying? But you only can pick 2.
Kaz, bro.
Let me go first.
Depends who we want to talk about first.
United.
Yeah, that's the one.
Guys, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just doing something on the side.
Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan, as you guys already know.
We're starting United. Just is that what it is now? We're doing United, Man United. So first, people need to start to hit that like button first before we even start talking. It's as simple as just hit the freaking like button, guys. It just looks like this.
So, guys, I'm gonna go United first. I've only got 1 player right now ready. The second player, I'll figure it out as I go along. Okay. I think United. Well, can I pick the player as well?
Yeah, you can pick the position.
If United sign Achraf Hakimi, all you're gonna do is unlock Jadon Sancho. Okay, because think about it, guys. The Sancho we know was doing his thing with the aid of Achraf Hakimi. He can't do that with Spider-Man and the other geezer. Okay, you understand?
So your 2 players you're gonna pick is the first one's Hakimi.
Yeah, to unlock Sancho. It's like a 2 for 1.
All right.
Second player I'm gonna say for United. Cash, we just spoke about this just now. It's gonna be Harold Kane. For obvious reasons.
You said it wrong.
What?
Lord F. Kane. You know what I'm saying? Them ones.
Once again?
The Lord F. Kane or something like that. You said
no. Oh shit, no. I can swear, but no. Yeah, Harry Kane and Hakimi. I'm not gonna badge on for too long, but that's it.
Howler. But anyways, yeah. I don't know, man. We already know Ty, innit? Like, everyone knows our thoughts. I know exactly what players I'm going for straight away, innit? But I'm just saying that I feel like my club, personally, just to get out of the way before it starts getting heated about Arsenal and all that rubbish, De Jong is my only... It's De Jong for me, man. I'm sorry. That central midfield position...
Still going on about that? Still going on about that guy? Still?
I got an alternative.
Enzo
Lafite. You know, anyone knows?
I don't know if he's sitting.
Big up, give me one sec. Big up Intina, Ethiopia. He's saying, how did you guys celebrate when AFC win? How would you guys celebrate when AFC win the league?
Hey, do you know what I'm doing? I'm walking from my flat in South London all the way to Upper Street in the full kit, top, Under Armour, shorts, socks, shin pads, and metal studs.
You know what he's
you gotta send me a picture then.
He's running like you know them bozos in five-a-side, that full kit, and you just know when they got full kit, they are dead.
Yep,
they are dead.
Be me.
It's the full kit one because you know what it is, they're doing bare kick-ups before they try to do a little one touch before they've started banging ball, and then the second the ball gets fired into them early doors.
Yeah.
That's going to be me.
And-
Poor touch, but I'll have the Premier League trophy to show. So
They're just haters, bro. They're just haters, Jess. They're just haters for real.
Oh, Jess, are you like we're winning the league? Is that like you're just straight winning?
Oh,
the
so
league?
you clearly don't watch my podcast, Armchair Gaffers. For those of you that don't know, I said from early October is when I was vocally out loud saying Arsenal winning the league, but that's a talk for another day. And even when Arsenal went through that terrible patch where they picked up 1 point from possible 9 when they lost to Everton and Man City.
Hello, this is about Man United. Right now.
I still said Arsenal winning the league. So yeah, Arsenal.
I'm gonna double triple tune in. Just make sure you win that league, bro. Make sure that league one, bro. Make sure, bro.
You guys are hoping Arsenal slip up. But if you go with what you've seen, then you know it's wrapped up. It's a done deal.
It's always about logic, man.
Yeah, open them Haribos, man. Enjoy them Haribos while you can.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, imagine that me and Mo are fasting, but he's eating in front of us. Imagine that, innit? Disrespectful, man. Just like Arsenal fans.
Oh,
You know what?
my
He's even put the bag next to the mic so you can hear it.
Yeah, no, I hear it. This guy's doing the most.
But people in the chat, who do you think Man United should get? The players that you think Man United need in the summer?
You know what? I'm gonna go with what I've always liked De Jong, and I still think even if we get top 4, him getting knocked out by us in the Europa League, I think he was looking around Old Trafford, he got a taste of it. But the thing is, Barcelona are clever. They've been playing him every game since they can recently, to try and cement himself in that squad. But me, De Jong, and if it's not De Jong, I love Max Cacaret from Lyon. I'm a big fan of him.
Last year, though.
He signed a new deal to 2027, yeah. And do you know what? As much as people want Harold Kane as well, I love Victor Osimhen, man. So I'd take Victor Osimhen and De Jong. The risk with Osimhen, obviously, is he going to bang the numbers he does at Napoli? Is he going to have to take time to adapt? But for me, I love that explosiveness. I love the explosiveness. I love the pace, the headings, the best header in Europe. I don't care in terms of a forward. So yeah, I'm gonna go De Jong and Osimhen. I really would love that, Mo.
Are we allowed to pick any player? Any player?
Quite realistic, obviously.
So if you're thinking about how does this club go from here to there, what are the 2 players realistically that the club can get?
I would love De Jong and Osimhen. Damn.
I think I'm winning still.
I think Jarvis and Kolo Moani, but they're like, but they're quoting 105 million.
Yeah, I like him. He's actually. Do you know what? It's mad, yeah, Cass. Even though Kolo Moani is like, I would say the least experienced out of like Kane, Osimhen, and all that, but he's the younger one as well. In terms of like profiles, Osimhen's more of like the old school number 9, like in the box. Harry Kane. You keep making me say Harold now, Jess. Harry Kane, obviously, can drop deep, do the more link up. Kolo Muani is a balance of like both, but he's just obviously not as mature yet. But if you look at the way he plays, he can do a bit of everything, man. Kolo Muani is very intelligent.
What's the difference between Randall Kolo Muani and Anthony Martial?
Not quite similar players, Jess.
One plays, one doesn't.
Aside from that, of course, yeah.
Yeah, but Jess, if you watch, Jess, you know me. I'm the biggest Martial fan going, so that's why I like Kolo Muani, because I love Anthony Martial.
That explains it. You don't need that. You have Kolo Muani already. Okay, you don't need to pay 105 million for Kolo Muani.
That's why I go Osimhen, because I want 2 different profiles.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
Man, look, this is what I mean. Where it gets hard, isn't it? Because you have to only pick 2. You can't say
right. Osimhen and De Jong, done.
Okay.
Monts, what are you saying? Talk on your rivals. What do you think we need to do to win the treble next year?
First of all, I hate you pricks, but we're talking football right now. So obviously, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say go get Raya from Brentford, because I think the future of Eric Ten Hag's football does not lie with David De Gea. I think you need to go and get a new keeper in the long run. So I'm gonna go with a change in goalkeeper just to help things out from going out from the back. My second option, I was a bit torn between obviously the obvious choice of Harry Kane, but I think for me that stunts the upwards force of Marcus Rashford, which is why I'm a little bit in 2 minds for Harry Kane for you guys. And also Casemiro isn't getting any younger, so I also think a DM, whether it's Manu Kone, whether it's Declan Rice, I'm not like a DM for me. I think you guys need, because there's just a gaping hole whenever Casemiro doesn't play. It's just so obvious.
Mental.
It's so the drop off is monumental. You can't just go from Casemiro to
McTominay. Yeah,
to Fred down there somewhere. You can't do that, and you just can't. So, but also I generally think I'm not convinced by Anthony. I think you need a more direct winger. But you do. I'd say maybe I'm being harsh and give him time. So I'm probably gonna go maybe Declan Rice in the DM and trust the attacking options you have, because I generally think Marcus Rashford is good enough to play left wing or up top, which gives Jadon Sancho a spot in that left wing position. I think it really does. So for me, even though you guys are looking at
no pace on the wings,
and you're looking at Colin Wani and you got Anthony Martial, for me, I think when everyone is fit, the fact that Martial was already a ready-made striker, fair enough, he probably won't play, might leave at some point. For me, Marcus Rashford fits into the striker role just as well. Maybe not as good as in the left wing, but the fact that he can do both is something for me where you might not need to spend that 105 million. So I'm probably going to play it safe. Not play it safe. I'm going to go for the risk. I'm going to maybe go for Declan Rice and Raya.
Okay.
But you just basically what Man United felt cool. But
how?
Yeah, because I said two main positions, and the two main positions is DM, which we've already got, and no centre mid to control midfield.
What do you mean you've already got? As I said, Casemiro ain't got that. You're thinking for the future. David De Gea and Casemiro.
Who controls our midfield?
Carlos.
Eriksen.
No. Look, let's be serious. Who controls our midfield?
Carlos.
Who?
Carlos Casemiro.
Casemiro. Man.
So who's our centre mid in the three? Who's our centre mid?
Carlos.
Casemiro, Eriksen, and Fernandes. No?
And out of all of them, you're thinking Eriksen is the most changeable one there right now is the DM. That's a stinker.
I'm thinking for the future, bro.
I'm thinking my future.
I'm looking at your manager.
Mons, can I ask you something?
No,
quickly?
Banana, bro,
let me ask you something, Mons, quickly, because if United was signing like 4 or 5 players, which you need, I'd agree with that. But because we're saying we're talking on the top 2,
yeah,
are you saying the top 2 because I've already said a striker and a DM and so is Cass? So you want to be different, or are you actually believing that we don't need a striker and a midfielder?
I've looked at Rashford in central areas, and it just makes me think: do these guys really need a striker? And Sancho barely played. He's done his hiatus. Anthony hasn't hit the ground running. If Anthony does what Saka and Martinelli's done and develops
he's not that type of winger though.
Bro, you'd be surprised how man, I'm calling Martinelli smelly. I was one of them, bro. Like you don't know, bro. You don't know.
He's not fast.
Like,
he's not fast.
Huh?
He's not fast.
I know, but again, it's about coaching. And if you trust the manager to coach Anthony into a good enough winger, then you've already got a player there. So I don't think it's a top priority. As I said, I was kind of torn between Harry Kane. I'm just kind of worried. Does that limit Jadon Sancho or does it limit Marcus Rashford?
But then I have to say, to last that Man United need another goal scorer in the front line. Them two up front, Jadon Sancho.
I don't believe in Jadon Sancho as a right winger. That whole notion for me.
I don't like him as a left winger.
Huh?
I don't like him as a left winger. It pisses me off.
I don't like him as a. I don't know. I don't like him as a right.
Have you ever seen Anthony beat a man?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I think
Anthony's been. He does sometimes.
Listen, Anthony has been juice. Anthony, whenever he does actually beat a man, he just comes back to try and do it again. For me, he's ineffective. He's not fast enough. He's not explosive enough. He's too.
But he will learn months. 21 years old, 23.
This is what I'm saying. I generally feel like, I get onto him because I'm a Liverpool fan. But if you look at him, there's bags of time for him to improve. Yeah, he's got the heavy price tag, and I think he is bin juice at the moment. I think he's the fact that. When I talk about Anthony, the only thing Cass can tell me is that he sticks to his position and he gives us width. Tells me all I need to know. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Mons, let me ask you something. Do you think that the way Man United fans talk about Anthony is the same way Manchester City fans talk about Jack Grealish?
No. Jack Grealish is miles better than Anthony.
Miles better than Anthony.
Miles better than Anthony.
Miles better. Yeah, because he actually.
But Anthony's output is better than Jack Grealish.
But I know what you're saying. You're not comparing them. You're saying the way their fans talk about the players in the same breath.
Because the output kind of similar, even though Anthony has better output, right? Ty, like
Anthony has better output. Yeah,
but Jack Grealish actually wins you the ball up the field. He holds the ball. He beats a man.
There's more variation to his game. I think as well. I think for me, Anthony consistently plays like he's trying to make a compilation.
Okay.
And I think the sooner Erik ten Hag gets that out, tells him to stop that shit or you're done, or you can go back to the Netherlands, go back over there. Because at the end of the day, you don't have too much time in the Premier League. I know we're saying give him time, but if he continues to do this for another season, Man United will go buy someone else.
We just need another. See the way for me, Anthony survives. I mean, you need to add another goal scorer, bro. Rashford can do his thing, and then you need another goal scorer. Man United don't have goal scorers. The only goal scorer is Marcus Rashford. Go through all the teams, even from last couple of years. Mane, Salah, Arsenal currently got Saka, Martinelli.
And Odegaard.
We're talking about proper goal scorers, G.
got-
Like
he's
your
got
front
double
line.
figures.
That's your front line. I'm not talking about your midfield. Who else is there? Tottenham was having Son and Kane goal scorers. Give me another one. Who's another top team? I'm just forgetting about at the moment. There's Chelsea. Yeah, whatever. That was just an all-round thing with Chelsea. They're lacking that as well. There's always two goal scorers in the front line. One obviously doing more than the other.
So
That's it.
For me, to be honest, I think Man United need someone like Barella or like Bellingham, an 8, a box to box.
Barella, please.
Like I think you have Bruno Fernandes who can play behind the forward, and you have a DM. If you have a number 8 that can do both aspects of the game, it will help you a lot. De Jong is great in carrying the ball and doing all the things, but I don't think De Jong offensively can offer much. I haven't seen him offer much, but that's what I mean. Like if we can get someone like Bellingham who can score, but also can help defensively,
Casemiro, Bellingham
would not work.
Bellingham, Bruno Fernandes. That midfield gets dominated, bro.
Yeah, it does. Bellingham's not the guy that you want to get the ball off the back forward. That's what we need. Casemiro,
but Casemiro can do that.
No, he doesn't do it, Mo. He does not do that. All the quality Casemiro does, that is one thing that he doesn't do, which is comfortable getting the ball off the back foot and controlling the play. Even at Madrid, it was Kroos and Modric picking up the ball off the back foot, but he's there when they then transition it and he slots in. That's the only
you think someone like De Jong is better than Barella?
Mo, which is why we want De Jong, because De Jong's press resistant and he's an excellent ball carrier. Man United do not have ball carrying midfielders.
I can't like Barella.
Barella can pick up the ball from the defense. He always gets the ball from the central.
That guy's wicked.
Yeah. I take him, but I don't think we can get him.
You can.
I think you offer enough money, you can get it. Let me just do something once. And then up front, I know a lot of people like Osimhen, but I think with Rashford, and if you can integrate Sancho, I think Harry Kane is the guy for you to link up and help the forward score more goals. I said that many times. Anthony, Ethiopia again with a super chat, say, Monts, how would you feel if Arsenal win the league? Would you like Arsenal or Man City to win the league, Monts?
I know you're gonna say Man City.
No, he's not. I don't. Yeah.
He is. He don't care.
Nah,
You will not. I promise you, Monts, you will not be remembered at this time if Man City win this league.
No.
Your club will be forgotten.
I'm not gonna lie. If Arsenal win the league, do you know what it is? It's their fan base for me. As a club, what they're doing, the project, big fan of it. Honestly, it's kind of like I'm seeing kind of what I saw on the clock in terms of not exactly the play style, but the evolution. And like, I'm happy to see that sort of stuff. But for me, like, that celebration is going to be louder than Nottingham Carnival. The man in Trini are going to hear that parade. Like, I'll go to Mars and I'll fucking hear that parade. These man will start like, and it's not all Arsenal fans. Jess, I'm excluding you. I'm saying I know what you're on, so it's not so much you. But
no, it's him. The guy's gonna walk in a full kit from.
I want to say, brother, as an Arsenal fan, I fully support what you're saying. The Arsenal fan base can be unbearable at the best of times, brother. So I'm not disagreeing. I'm just adding to what you're saying. So I support you. I support you, and that's not just because you said not me, Jess, but these people. Yeah, no, there's a few of these people as well. Like, if we win the league, I don't want to hear from them, because the minute we win the league and then start off next season not winning the first 5 games, it's going to be doomsday. Like, so yeah.
Let me ask Ty and Cass something. Monts, let me ask Ty and something. Who's more annoying, Liverpool fans last year with the quad or Arsenal fans this year?
Hands down, Arsenal fans, bruv.
Really?
You know what it is with Liverpool? They've won the league. I've heard them. It died down after a couple of months. I don't hear about, but we won the league in 2009.
The quad talk last year was driving me crazy, bro.
The golden trophy 18, 19 years ago, bro. Like, to this day, they ramp up so much. And I'm not saying Jess, by the way. I'm talking about the one.
No, I ramp about the gold trophy, though. I'll be honest.
I get it, but it's like, move on.
I ramped about the quad, bro. I'll be honest.
You know what it is? You know what it is with the quad thing as well? I thought like the quad talk lasted a couple weeks, then it just burst. But you know with this Arsenal league thing, this has been like 5 months. I've had to
week 10.
How many days that is? That's 150 days. That's 150
Yeah.
days and counting.
But
That's a lot of days. That's half a year nearly.
To be fair though, like I was like leading the Jurgen quad like thing. Like, I was
Yeah,
like
but
the
Monts,
lead. I remember I had the
you-
pitchfront. I had my pitchfork and fire. I had the pitchfork. I was ready at the
You
front. of the
only
box.
had 2 weeks of it. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
Ty, it was
No,
more. It was more.
Let me
Ty.
tell you now, Arsenal fans are insufferable, but the same way they
Oh
would talk
my-
about Man United fans, because I'm insufferable, so I can
Yeah,
admit
that's what I'm
it.
saying. I agree with you. I think
No, it is.
Arsenal.
I'll
No,
tell you
it's-
the difference. I'll tell you the
I'll
difference.
find-
After some point, we got bored of Man United fans, like in the 2000s and the 90s. Like they want so much, so it was like whatever. You know, like you do your thing. The problem with Arsenal fans is that they win. They win like on intervals. You know what I mean? Like even their leagues are like they don't
Bro,
win it 2 years in a row.
It's
So
Corner
like
FC.
when they
They win in the
celebrate, when they
Liverpool are
celebrate,
good, though.
it's-
The thing is, Liverpool had to adjust it. Like they were being good for ages. It's kind of expected, but Arsenal is not expected, which makes it 10 times worse. And they're going on like the best team in Europe, even though they got knocked out of the league round of 16.
No, it's, and I don't want to. This is
Round
all,
of
and you know, this is
16
going to
Europa
come across as so disrespectful. This is going to come across as disrespectful. Like for as long as Arsenal have been in the mud, they've never accepted the mud. Like they've never accepted the mud for what it was. So now that they're winning, they're doing "I told you so" when you was in the mud. Like how can you say "I told you so" like 5 years down the line?
20
What do you mean, I
years,
told you?
20
What
years
do you
telling
mean,
you
I told you so.
so.
Like for me, because Arsenal obviously are a massive club,
That's
but
fucking
in the last
phenomenal.
15 to 17 years have massively underachieved trophy-wise. So this Premier League, I've already got man saying Arteta's on the level of Jurgen Klopp in his heyday because they've won the same amount of Prems. I'm like, it's stuff like that that makes me go, I wanna praise Arteta at every moment I can get. But them man are stopping me. You're stopping me from doing it. And it's crazy. And unfortunately, like Arsenal fans a lot of them have forgotten what it's like to be a big club. I always stick by this. A lot of them have forgotten what it's like
No,
to
it
be
is.
a
They're
big
just a
club.
vibey
And-
club now, man. That's why they got new young fans, because they like PSG. They got the sick training kits.
Yeah, they got the best
They got the
kits,
best kits, the
the
best looking
ad-libs,
one.
the
Yeah, like
nicknames.
vibes. You got the streets. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
got the
bro,
streets.
they got the, of course. This is what I said, bro. It's Notting Hill Carnival all over again without the gal. It's just without the gal, and that's what it is, bro. And remember, they don't know what they've forgotten. I'm telling you, they've forgotten what it's like to be a big club. Because when we scrutinize them for one loss or for a little draw, or if a player gets injured, or when they get scrutiny, they're like, "Why you man scrutinize this one game? Like, why you man getting da? Because welcome back to the top. Welcome back to the big leagues.
Big
It's what it's like.
segue to Arsenal. Then we're really like
Yeah,
deviating
Before
from
we
the
get
show.
there, can I just
Martin-
say, as an Arsenal fan, sorry Mo, yeah.
I want to do
you
the
just let
super
us
chat
enjoy
first.
this?
The related to you, Martin. I think is an Arsenal fan. Has been a member for us for 4 months. Of course, he said rivals want us to have chest, but also wants us to be silent.
Exactly, yeah. People will say to me all the time, "Jess, you're gonna win the league. Just say it, yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna win the league." "Oh, look at you! You think you're gonna win the league already, guys? You want us to do both, okay? Let us enjoy it. We haven't enjoyed being an Arsenal fan since I think 2006, okay? Maybe 2008, 9. Just let us be happy. Like I, for one, from the minute Arsenal were in this title race, I said, you know what, F it. I'm gonna enjoy this, okay? Because at this time, this was like October, November times. I'm like, we may not win this league. So while we're on top, because I haven't seen the top of the league for a long, it's good looking down. I haven't looked down on everyone else for a long time. So I said, I'm just gonna enjoy it. So I want you guys to just understand. When your teams, obviously United fans wouldn't understand, yeah. Liverpool fans, you get it, yeah. But when you're on top, it's lovely. You understand? It's
What do you
lovely.
mean I don't understand. I do not. I do understand.
I'm signing off. I'm signing off.
Whoa.
Let's move on anyways. Move on. You might have started with it, Jess, since you're the Arsenal fan. What 2 players do you man need or do you want? This is where it gets a bit more techie, I'd say.
I went first last time. I'm not going first this time.
Who wants to take the reins? I'll go.
back round the other way, just the other way.
I'll
Can go
go
if you
then.
want.
I think Arsenal need the problem. There's not a lot of. They need a striker that will score goals regularly. I think if they get someone like Victor Osimhen, I think that will help.
Let's be realistic. I disagree, by the way.
No, you want to
I
say
disagree
realistic
big
or
time.
no?
I
Realistic
disagree.
or no?
I've got to cut you there.
Now you say, okay, Arsenal need Mbappe.
No. I got to cut you there because You say we need a striker who's going to score goals. Okay, Manchester City won the league last season without a striker who was scoring goals.
And you're gonna win the league this year probably without a striker.
Liverpool won with
But you wanna, you're talking about improvements. This is the thing.
And then, Man City got a striker who scores goals and he's scoring goals, but they're still not on top of the league.
So you don't think a striker will improve your squad?
It depends if he can. Like a Harry Kane would improve us, okay? Because that fluid kind of player would improve us. But a Haaland or all at number 9, he's gonna force us to play in a way that we do not want to play.
You don't want
like that front three of Arsenal are very fluid. If you get someone who's rigid, you're gonna ruin that whole fluidity. So we don't need a striker who's gonna score goals. We need more of what we have.
You need a midfielder, of course, for Xhaka. Of course, you need a midfielder.
I'm going to say the bait one then. I'm going to say the bait one. Declan Rice all day long. I think that makes that team sick. I don't rate Declan Rice, by the way, too much. But the fact that Declan Rice can slot into DM or do the centre mid 8, and I think because you can see Xhaka is not exactly your most technically tidy player, they don't need it. You got Partey and Xhaka, Partey and Ødegaard for that. Now you just need the brute. And I think Declan Rice brings experience, another leader or leadership qualities into that midfield. And I just think that makes that midfield unbearable. And Declan Rice is a good footballer, but I think Arteta can make him the step above that he needs personally. That's the easy one.
I think they need a number 8, but not Declan Rice.
I don't know on Declan Rice.
A member Gigantesco Club de Football de Norte de Londoners, member for 1 month. It's a great name. We haven't even been that unbearable this season. Yeah, you guys will be unbearable. If you win the league, I think nobody. Is
there an argument to say Man United have been more unbearable than Arsenal this season?
Yes, big time.
Yeah, 100% because of me, innit? I know it.
No, just because the mighty have fallen.
Because of the Erik ten Hag thing, best coach, we're coming up.
You know what comes with that? Yeah, just to nullify everything. Man United we've already been fallen. Like we've already fallen. G. It's the fact that most fans know the rise is creeping again. That's it, and that's the annoying part. It is.
Do you know what though? You might have had to watch your 2 biggest rivals like battle it out, so you do deserve some sort of like at least like you know what I'm saying. You need to get your lick back somehow. So I hear it.
Something like that.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a little spanner in there. I think Arsenal need a centre mid 100%. And a guy that can play number 8, obviously for Granit Xhaka. I think that's the obvious one. But the second one, I'm gonna go with right wing. I think Arsenal need a right winger. And the reason I say this is nothing on Bukayo Saka. I think Saka is a brilliant player. He's been obviously their star boy this season. Never injured, as I mentioned yesterday. His consistency is great in terms of availability. But Arsenal are going to be competing for 4 trophies next season. We're trying to obviously being in the Champions League. Saka's played the most minutes, I think, in Europe outside of like one other player. And that is, it might be Bruno, for example. He's played so many minutes this season that I don't want Saka to be running to the ground. I think if you want to be challenging, like Man City, you've got depths where Foden comes in, then it's Mahrez, then it's Grealish, whoever it is. Arsenal need another right winger because obviously they've got Trossard and Martinelli on that side. And we can see it's working actually because they're pushing each other now. Saka, is Reece Nelson. I think if they upgrade on that side, that actually can elevate Saka, but also give him the rest when he needs against home games when they're expected to win and stuff. So centre mid for me, and I'm getting a right winger if I'm Arsenal. I really am.
Who would you go for? I'm saying Moussa Diaby from Leverkusen.
That's not a bad shout. Yeah, because he's got pace and stuff as well. I'm trying to look at what they've got on the other side. Obviously, with Martinelli, he's more the explosive sort of running side. Saka's more the retainership side on the right hand side. Obviously, they wanted Rafinha last year, but he ain't gonna leave now. Do you know who would have been good? It's so funny, but Tete, who went to Leicester, he would have been a good understudy.
Wicked.
Yeah, he's someone like that. They want an understudy that doesn't have to come in and be the main starter, but can be a very valuable part of the squad. So someone like Tete, but not obviously he's not available now. But they want someone like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go right wing and centre mid. I'm interested to see what other people think.
I've got one more.
I've got God.
No, I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna wait and then obviously
I've got a couple suggestions. I like Ty's point with the right winger because I do think that there is always going to be a point where either there is inconsistency with young players and Saka.
Bro, imagine Saka pulled his hamstring for 3 months.
Or even he just had I don't know, things happen where sometimes you have a bad couple months that, when you look at all the greatest players, most of them, unless we're talking Messi and Ronaldo, have at least one bad season. So, and sometimes that time can come at a very important moment.
Their bad season's 50 goals minimum.
Huh?
Their bad season's 50 goals.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So i.e., for example, Salah's having a bad season this season, and there isn't anyone to challenge him.
Ooh, what about
But
Raheem Sterling, who's been linked with them?
I don't know, but who was I going to go for? For me, it's unrealistic. João Felix, very unrealistic.
That's not unrealistic. For me, that's not unrealistic. I think that's very
even though they missed out on him.
Good signing.
That'd be a good signing.
There's obviously now, it's like kind of a 50-50 whether Arsenal win the league. Some would say 70-30, 60-40 in Arsenal's favour, by the way. For me, João Felix would have bumped that shot to like 90. He would have bumped that shot. I'm telling you that watching that kid ball for Chelsea, I'm thinking, how the hell did Arsenal let
Why did they not go get that 12 million loan? I don't understand.
Him and Jesus, it don't even matter which one plays.
Don't matter. He can cover for Erdegaard, left wing or right wing as well.
He can cover literally across the front three. He can even give Odegaard a break, because just know that Portuguese eyelash is not pulling up no trees at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just gone with the wind. Do you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about Fabio Vieira, by the way.
Shogun with the super chat is saying Arsenal got Balogun coming back after lighting up the French league, where he kept up with Messi and Mbappe. I don't think striker is their main focus at the moment. Thanks, Shogun, for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Other player for me, I think Tomiyasu's fitness is a big issue, but I also think Xhaka.
That's the way I'm going.
I'm stuck between an 8 and a right back, because I wouldn't say centre back, because Ben White can always fill in at centre back. I don't even believe Holding needs to come in the team. I think Ben White kind of just slots in there, but I understand Tomiyasu's injured at the moment.
I'm gonna throw it then. I'm gonna throw that.
If we're talking right back, I'm thinking Frimpong.
But he's a right winger, bro.
He's a right back, bro.
No. Go watch him play. He plays.
Sorry.
Wing back, right wing.
I think we cook on that right side. But if we're looking centre mid, I know Jude Bellingham at Arsenal right now, mad thing in that 8. Mazda. I'm
gonna throw my name then. I think right back also is. I was gonna throw it.
So I'm gonna say Bellingham and Felix in it.
I'm gonna say then. Cool. My last one is gonna either be Tariq Lamptey or Livramento. Yeah. I'm gonna think. I'll think one of them. I think Livramento would be good. It's sick even.
Do you like Tete from Fulham?
Yeah, he's wicked as well. He's
wicked.
Yeah. Tete's a great signing too. I think he'd be a great understudy. You know what? Great shout, Mo. I should have thought of that.
I think you mentioned that.
Let's see what Arsenal fans say.
27.
What are people... Huh?
27 Tete for Fulham.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's not old. It's a good age. You can get 40 years at least. Yeah, you can get 40 years out of him. But people, 250
What's your second position,
here. 200. Ty, can they run the likes? Can we get 100 likes at least? People, come on, guys. 250 of you here, and we're not even on 100 likes. That's embarrassing, guys. It looks like this, guys. It's free underneath your live chat. I see that chat is flying. Just close it, hit that like button, and come back and chat with us, please. It helps us massively. Go ahead.
Also, as well, make sure you do subscribe to Armchair Gaffers and Big Six Balance as well, Monts' channel and Jess's channel. Make sure you go and do that right now as well and support them. I think Monts on the way to maybe 6K now, and I know Jess on the way to 5K. So
6K? Me, no, 4K, bro.
Okay. But soon come, G. Soon come.
Way, brother.
Yeah, man. Now, guys, make sure you do that. Macass, just quickly, what was your second position? So you said right back.
So centre mid and right back, I think, is the main cover for me.
Okay.
I think, Tommy, when you drop Ben White, who I think, I'm going to be honest, the best right back in the league this season overall on form, there's other than that, it's just like, Tomiyasu, whatever. And he's not even around. So, yeah.
What would you say, Jess? Now you've heard all of us.
Thank you. So I did think about right wing, because we do need competition for Saka. You saw what happened to Martinelli when Trossard came in. It made him step up a bit, okay? Guys, I'm probably going to get slated in the comments for this, yeah? But I wouldn't be mad at Nicolas Pepe coming back to Arsenal.
That's not mad.
That's not mad.
Yeah,
He's joking.
That's quite good.
If he can do what Arteta wants him to do, I think he can go bang. at Arsenal. So I don't think right wing is a problem. Also, Arsenal have got Marquinhos on loan. I haven't seen enough of him. A few bits in the Europa League. So right wing for me, I think we're okay. And plus as well, I like the idea of playing a right-footed right winger. And I feel like that's why we signed Trossard, because he can fill any of those 4 positions. So there's no reason why Arteta wouldn't play Martinelli on the left, Trossard on the right, and Jesus or Nketiah down the middle. Okay, so I'm leaving that bit there. I want a midfielder. I want someone to come and fill in that Xhaka role. And I want a right-footed person there.
Can I ask you something, Jess? What about Lokonga? It's not your guy. It's not your guy. Like, you watch him at Crystal Palace. He's okay. He's not that bad.
Lokonga at Crystal Palace is giving me shades of Conor Gallagher at Crystal Palace. That's just his level.
Okay, so you think he's a mid-table player that is not going to shine in a big game with big club?
Exactly.
He's just going to be always that guy.
Yeah, exactly. But these are just my thoughts. I don't know much about football, so I might be wrong. What was that, Cass?
He's awesome.
Bellingham injured, by the way.
I don't know, man.
I want a midfielder.
I said Lokonga, you know, that is.
I want someone more mobile to play that Xhaka role. I did think about Gundogan, but age isn't on his side. I'm gonna go for Declan Rice.
Basmati, yeah.
I like Declan. Declan Rice for me isn't a holding midfielder. He's just a classic central box-to-box midfielder. I like the way he strides out with the ball. He's a powerful runner, and that's why I want Declan Rice on that left-sided centre mid role for Arsenal. And the other one, I was struggling with this one. We don't need a centre back for me, whether it's left centre back or right centre back. Left back, we're good. I don't think we're going to sell Tierney. I think it is also right back because Tomiyasu, he was good last season.
Whoa! You said 2, not 3. This is 2.
You know, I said
Pepe and rice. You're talking about Pepe. Is everyone have Pepe? You're eating chicken and rice, man.
No, I said Pepe already plays for us. We don't need a right winger because he already plays for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said we need Rice and we need a right back. And I want someone that can come inside and play football. And I don't know who this person is.
Got to be Tariq Lamptey in it, surely.
Can he defend?
I like Tariq Lamptey. I think so. That's why I said Livramento. He's just an all-round baller.
I don't know. For me, it's definitely that midfield role. And even with right back, you guys may not have seen it, but Thomas Partey filled in there on the weekend and he played there against us for Atletico. So I'm not even sure if we need that right back. But it will be a right back. I just don't know who the right back is. That's where I am at the moment. I know we need a Declan Rice, but right back.
You need a Declan Rice for like a defensive midfielder so you can push Partey up? Or you need a Declan Rice as an 8?
Yeah, as an 8. See what Xhaka plays? You take Xhaka out occasionally.
So you think Declan Rice is if you're going to pay like 70 million or something for a player, you think that's best invested in a Declan Rice to play number 8?
You guys might think the answer is yes. You might think I'm crazy, but I don't think there's much more this Arsenal team needs personally. I know people saying that the bench isn't that strong. The thing is about having a bench, you can't have superstars on the bench because they need to play. They're going to want to play. You can't sign a player for £70 million and put them on the bench, which is why I wasn't so for the proposed move for Caicedo. Even though he's not a superstar yet, but you pay that kind of money, that player has to start. If you look at the bench, Smith Rowe, last season, one of our top scorers.
Garbage.
We relied on him heavily when we were in the mud. You have your Portuguese eyelash, who's a good player.
Garbage.
You have Tierney, you have Tomiyasu, you have Jorginho, you have Reece Nelson, Nketiah, even Gabriel Jesus is currently on the bench. So our bench isn't so bad. I don't think we need much. Maybe a midfielder, and that's it.
Just wondering, Jess, do you think Declan Rice is better than McAllister in a number 8 if you went to McAllister instead from Brighton?
I think different attributes, but I would prefer a Rice over McAllister. Yeah.
Jess, I hear what you're saying in terms of it's hard to improve the team, but for me, there's no European pedigree there. So, I think after you look at the team and how, as I said, I still think you are top 3 teams in Europe, but there are definitely many squad improvements that need to be made because, as I said, the drop off for certain players. So for you lot, it's not kind of like where Liverpool are, where United are, where we're looking at maybe 1 or 2 first team players. I think again you have to just look at that expanding the squad. I think right back, as you said, is probably the right thing because maybe Tobiasu is an issue.
Yeah.
I look at maybe someone like, I know it's I don't know, like for me, Kyle Walker-Peters is a brilliant backup right back for me. I just think he's gone about his business very well at Southampton.
Hopefully they get relegated.
He often makes the right decisions. Whenever I watch Southampton play, I'm never unimpressed. I'm always like, oh, Kyle Walker-Peters, like I'm always just like, oh, right.
He always
okay,
drops a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
yeah, he always drops a good performance defensively. He's quite sound. He's got a bit of an aggressive spark to him. I know he has a Tottenham background, so
It's even better.
imagine
you went to Arsenal. That's a great sign. That's a great shout.
Now, how about this? Even if he went to Tottenham, he'd be Tottenham's best right back.
That's what I said.
He'd be Tottenham's best right back. So I look at that, and I think probably that I don't know.
I just don't see, because I like a small squad, 23 to 25. Obviously, everyone thinks about injuries, but forget injuries. I need a squad of 23 to 25 max, and I don't see anyone from this current Arsenal squad that needs to go essentially.
So you're telling me that you're starting 11, you wouldn't replace any of them. There is nobody that you see out there that is an improvement that is available. If you have
this is what I said
million,
yesterday, though, Mo, when I was talking about the Arsenal team, when it was me, you, and Cass on, and I was saying in the comments, in terms of the starting 11, there's not many players at all, if not Xhaka, that you could say, right, Arsenal need to improve on. That's why I said in the summer, they need to go about improving their squad. And then the comments are coming for me, but I'm like, no, in that starting 11, there is not many positions that you go out and say,
you don't think, Ty, let me ask, you don't think that Ben White, you can have a better right back that can offer offensively?
I genuinely think,
No.
Mo, you've watched football, right, from a tactical perspective. For me, the way he plays football, and this is Mikel Arteta, Ben White is perfect. No one's talking about that 50 million price tag that they spent on him when they signed him. He has proven himself this year as a right back. And also in possession, the ability to slot into a back three as well. It is perfect for Arteta. I actually think, and by the way, if you didn't know,
it's like Nathan Ake all over again.
Actually loves him, Arteta loves him.
No, I like Ben White, and I think he suits Saka, but I still think that if you want to play progressive football, you need a right back like Reece James, someone that will offer you more offensively. That's what I think.
Wait. Hold up 1 sec. Do you like Nathan Ake?
Yeah, but I don't think he's a left back.
Is he doing the job?
I like Luke Shaw. He's doing the job. Nathan Ake.
But you like him, but the way they play is like clearly Ben White is quite progressive with his football, to be fair. He's just not your traditional looking right back.
He's not.
Your traditional looking right back, but now in the modern day, currently he's fitting the system.
So I think he's doing okay. Like, does he have like, I think like Arsenal
gets up, gets down. He struggled at first to get up and down and everything, but now you can see
he's actually getting better further forward.
I'll call you back.
He's actually getting better further forward because even for the 2 goals that Saka scored on the weekend, he actually he slipped the ball in through the lines, which Saka then picked up and slotted past the Crystal Palace keeper. So even when you look at it, Ben White's getting assists now. That pass was nice through the lines, Crystal Palace, Saka's through, and he slots it in. So he's getting.
So you think
forward.
Ben White will be that right back that will do both aspects of the game really well?
He'll be valuable. Yeah,
he's locked it in.
How about this? Credit to Arteta, because Ben White's qualities, you can identify them and go, actually, as a centre back, does he lack a little bit of grip? Does he lack a bit of nastiness? Does he lack a bit of aggression? Yeah, he does. And if you look at his build, does he quite fit right back? Not entirely, but when you're quite gifted technically and you're able to do exactly what's asked of you, and when I say, and this is what I mean by system players are not, that's not a diss. If you are perfect for the system, you are better than whoever is the best in their position, because for example, you can look at, I don't know,
Trent
and Alphonso Davies, Trent, any of these guys that are, you put them in the top 3 wing backs in the world or whatever. If you are in that system, playing that system perfectly to the manager's wishes, and your team is succeeding, that is better than being just a generic, really good wing back who is built for the position. You have the generic traits. Like for me, I look at someone like Pavard. Pavard ain't no right back. But look how long he's been playing right back for. First team, best teams in the world. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you look at Pavard and go, that guy's getting spun and bun up. I'd love a fast winger to run at Pavard. But when you're in a system and you need to keep the ball, retain the ball, keep it moving, decision making, and all that stuff, and it's for the system, you're gonna look at Pavard and go, that's your guy. That's how I look at Ben White. That's your guy. And through playing that position, he's going to improve the things that he probably maybe lacks, that bit of aggression, that bit of bite, where, you know, he did struggle against Marcus Rashford. But if he succeeded in 18 out of, and the one game he struggles against Marcus Rashford, brother, who cares? Who cares?
I want an answer. We're gonna move on from Arsenal because we spent.
Yeah, I think he's right back.
We spent so much on Arsenal. I just wanna. Does Ben White excel defensively or offensively in the game?
Both.
Both now.
So he is your top defensive right back now, and he's your top offensive right back. Is that what you're
No,
telling
I would say the defensive.
Or he's a balanced guy. Like Kyle Walker is one of the best defensive right backs I've seen.
As Peliquator. That's what he is.
Trent, so Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the best offensive right backs I've seen. Reece James is kind of like balanced, so you think he's like kind of like Reece James. He's not like he's not the best defensively.
Reece James is better than him, obviously, as a footballer and everything. But as a balance, it's like as Peliquator, you're gonna get a 7 out of 10.
Okay,
there you go.
Okay, let's move on from Arsenal and go to Man City. So we're talking about Man City. So we'll start with Jess. What do you think Man City need next year for
Man City? Correct me if I'm wrong. The last Premier League game, I felt like they played 4 centre backs: Ake, Akanji, and Diaz, and Laporte, maybe.
No, Akanji, Diaz, Stones, and Ake.
4 centre backs.
Yeah,
so I believe, or it might have been Walker, perhaps. I'm not too sure. No, it wasn't Walker. Yeah.
No, it was the one. It was the 4 centre backs that he said. It was 4 centre backs.
I believe they could do with an actual fullback. And they have the fullback already. His name is João Cancelo.
But he's not. But they haven't got a natural left back properly. Apart from Sergio Gomez, he's not cutting it.
I think if City sign Ben Chilwell, things will change. I know Pep wants to have his inverted fullbacks. I think a traditional fullback would help City massively. A Chilwell on that same side as Jack Grealish, overlapping, pulling defenders away, possibly open up more space for Grealish. So I'm going to say Chilwell at left back for Man City. And lastly, I'm going to say James Maddison. That's me done.
Thanks.
Chilwell or Cucurella as a left back in a back 4 for you?
Chilwell.
Okay.
Chilwell. Yeah.
I actually really agree with. I was actually going to say Ben Chilwell, but I just don't think. I think Graham Potter's now playing him into the form that he's going to be their number 1 left back, because I think Cucurella's been rotated with Badiashile at left centre back in his back 3. But I think the left back role in general is something I would definitely look at for Man City. There's a name that is going to go under the radar, and people might think, "Oh my god!" But for left back, I'm a big fan of Rico Henry at Brentford. He is so underrated. Like this season, he's been brilliant for Brentford, and that's been for a few seasons now. I don't think that he's going to go to Man City, but if I'm a team like Tottenham who are looking at a left back for next season with Ben Davis, Sessegnon, and Perisic not cutting it, Rico Henry is that type of player that people need to look at, because like just because he plays for Brentford, people don't look at them teams, but he's very, very good. But left back for me, and I think the obvious one would actually be obviously a centre midfielder. I feel like with Gundogan potentially leaving, Bernardo on the way out, Kevin De Bruyne 32 this year or next year, they need a bit of a revamp. So for me, left back, and I'm gonna go central midfield.
So let me ask you something. So if they don't win the league this year, and if they don't win the Champions League is small details, so I don't measure on that. If you don't win the league this year, you think they should improve defensively because the more goals scores on them? Or you think they should be a winger?
If you think about it, you've got Nathan Ake, who's playing left back, who's not an actual left back, even though he's done well. You've got John Stones, who is very, very good, by the way. I really rate him, but the injuries you can't rely on. You've got Akanji, who is a Pep system player, but he's not actually that great as an individual, but he's a system player. You've got Ruben Diaz, he's had a bit of a hit and miss season, even though the talent is there. You could probably say with Laporte leaving, he looks like he's going back to Spain. They might even need another left centre-back, because they actually haven't got a natural left centre-back. And obviously, Gvardiol is that name that a lot of people are talking about at the moment, and they could spend that money on him. So it's not a left-back. Maybe they could get a left centre-back in Gvardiol, who can also play left-back, by the way, because he does it for Croatia.
So you don't think they should get a winger to actually contribute with to the goals along with Haaland
You
What?
asked me for two. I'm not putting that as my
So
priority.
you're not
I'm
putting a
putting that-
forward there. No
I've
forward.
got
Just,
two. I've got two options for them. Yeah, I've got two
Go.
options for them. Left back's easy, so I'm gonna bun it.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna say either Bellingham or Gavi with his new with the new contract situation. Pep Guardiola, you know, La Masia, that Gavi. I think that's a great option for them in centre mid now. I'm gonna say another one. I think Foden or Grealish might end up in the middle next season, so I'm gonna go for Kvaratskhelia. Because they
I
got
agree.
similar striker in Osimhen and Kane. Someone knows how to really beat a man and drive at a man. They're talking
Yeah.
Kvaratskhelia. Now put Kvaratskhelia, maybe even Foden on the right.
Crossing
Grealish
for
on the
Haaland.
middle.
I don't know about that, you know, because for me, Kvaratskhelia is similar to Grealish, but he's Grealish with output for me.
But he can play right or left. And he's got left foot, right foot. And he's a goal scorer,
So yeah, it's
And it's
Grealish with
explosive.
output.
basically.
Yes, exactly what
Imagine that,
Monts
a
said.
Grealish and a Grealish with output.
Yes, imagine
He's
someone like
22
Grealish is
years
scoring
old.
goals.
He's 21 or 22 years old, by the way. Crazy.
Yeah.
I think Kvaratskhelia, I think they got that I think Man City have a fan base over in Georgia as well due to what's his name? Is it Klajanak or someone like that? They got some history with that. So, you know, they've I can't remember his name because of a Clay. Man City fans will know. But
King Clancy.
King Gladzy, I think that's the one. I think
he's
wicked.
the guy.
I think it'll be wicked. I think Kvaratskhelia will be wicked for them. And if
So
they
what,
get,
you're going centre mid and left winger, yeah?
obviously, I just didn't want to do left back. It's obviously right back. It's obviously they need a central defender, but centre mid, left wing. I don't know. Like Sergio Gomez might come good next season. Rico Lewis have another year of experience. Cancelo's still there. There you go.
Yeah, they say you should sign Pau Torres. D1 is saying not a bad
Decent.
shout.
That's a
To
good
be
shout.
honest,
shout.
for me, I think they should get Hernandez, Theo Hernandez from Milan as a left back. Will add a lot to their game, as well as Rico Lewis is not a bad option to be the guy for Kyle Walker on the right side. And I think with all the players that are leaving, I don't think they should get a midfielder. I think Jack Grealish and Foden, they will be perfect to fit in that position in the midfield, to be honest. That third midfielder next to De Bruyne and Rodri. And I think they should get a winger. Like Kvaratskhelia would work. Anybody, like another winger would work for them.
Rafael Leao, maybe.
Rafael
They just
Leao,
need a
like,
winger
that's what
that
I
can
think.
actually. They need a winger that can actually run.
Because I think
fast.
Jack Grealish would be one of the best midfielders in the league as a third midfielder. He is absolutely amazing when he plays in that position because he can help you really
get the
take
ball off him, yeah.
exactly. You'll even take more control of the game, and he doesn't lose it. He doesn't lose the ball. So I think he has to be a midfielder at some point. You can get a Mitoma, good shout D1. A Mitoma would be good for them.
Mitoma, that's a
Very
sick shout.
good
I
shout.
know.
Amazing
Why has no one
shout.
said the obvious of just Jude Bellingham? Because I look at.
I said that.
I
said him or
But
Gabby.
I don't think they need him. If they put Jack Grealish in a midfield, Mont, do they need?
But it's not FIFA, bro. He'll buy too many fouls. I feel like that's a FIFA movement there. I'm looking at their midfield, and when De Bruyne ain't playing, no one passes forward enough. Haaland makes 110 runs and gets found 3 times in his forward runs, and we're talking passes that should be, and it's not even on a forced to pass Bruno Fernandes a couple years ago type of thing. We're talking. These are passes that the players should be making to Fred and midfielders. And Pep said it himself. Pep has said it himself. And the players for me, obviously Gundogan, technically brilliant. Bernardo Silva, technically brilliant. But they don't really, maybe because they're not used to each other, it's only been a year, but they're not really finding Haaland with a lot of these runs. And if you notice, he don't really cross the ball that much unless it's De Bruyne either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the fact that he's got that many goals and City don't cross on that much unless it's De Bruyne, unless it's a corner, and he's still scoring this many goals, feed the battering ram, bro. And I think a forward passer in Jude Bellingham, as you said, a Gavi as well is a good choice. For me, I would even think, I'm not going to lie, Frankie de Jong. I know Frankie de Jong, I think is a perfect fit for City as well.
He'd be a bad boy. Yeah, he'd be a bad boy signing.
He'd be bro. Like, do you know what? Would be as crazy to say? Thiago. My Thiago at City.
No, I agree because Liverpool was the wrong. Liverpool was the wrong fit for Thiago from the beginning. I knew that. Yeah. No, I'm not mad at that.
Cass is back with us.
He hasn't been bad. I still think he's been very good.
Thiago can't press for shit, man. He ain't gonna fit that. When he want to win the ball back in 2 seconds, bun that, man. Guys,
I
injured.
feel like him and Roger as well.
If you say Thiago don't press, then you haven't watched
Not anymore. He just gets injured, bro. He's always injured.
Right.
He's just alive.
You said you can't press, but he can press.
He can't barely press, bro.
So
Close spaces. But once you run past him,
you don't watch the
I said 2 years ago, G. Like once you run past him, it's done.
Let's go. Before we go to Liverpool, Moji's here he says we need Bellingham for the Liverpool tiers. That's the only reason why they need Bellingham for. But Monts, let's start with Liverpool, man. Let's go to Liverpool and see. You guys need like 50 players probably or something next year.
I'm gonna say bad.
Bro, we actually fucked you up in the Champions League. Please stop talking like that.
We're the only team that won at your home last year, bro. You didn't fuck us up. It's 2-1, bro. You didn't. And then there's only one difference between us and you. We didn't cry in the final.
We went to the San Siro and knocked out and knocked both Milans. We grabbed both of them.
I'm not talking about the other club, but we're the only team that beat you last year at Anfield. So just it's as simple as that, bro. You said you're gonna beat us 4-0.
Where did that get you, Mo?
What did that get you? What did that get you? You went to the final and lost.
No. Where did it?
We finished second in the league. Let me respond to you. Let me respond to him. We finished second in the league. You did finish second. You went to the final and still lost. We went out of the round of 16. So at the end, no difference. We won 2 cups. You won 2 cups. So did you season better than us? And also, is your season better than us? Also, we're still in the top 4. You're not. So a year after, with all the money you spend, with all the players you get, you regressed. And we're in the same place. It's a simple. And we don't have any money. My CEO is begging for money, bro. My CEO is begging for €5 to spend, while you go spend 80 million on a striker and 50 million on another one, and you're still not even in the top 4. Okay, while Chelsea and everybody else is not even performing.
No, you know what, Mo?
It's simple. I'm in the quarterfinal this year in the Champions League. You're not, and I'm broke, bro. I'm really broke. Go ahead, down.
Doesn't mean to speak.
No.
All right. Can I listen? I'm not gonna have a full-blown argument with you because you're boasting to me about a win in the first leg when you went out because I beat you more in the second leg. So that alone in itself doesn't make sense to me.
No, you beat me first. You beat me first leg 2-0. You beat me in the first leg 2-0.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It required you paying the referee after I scored the goal. It required you paying the referee and get a record.
No, I let you speak.
Can we move on? Can we move on from this shit?
We can move on. But
we need to move on. I'm not gonna respond. Go ahead.
If I beat you in the first leg 2-0 and you beat me 1-0 in the reverse fixture, there is no conversation between us. There's no conversation. That's just leave it. There's no conversation.
Okay.
Fine. No conversation.
Great.
Thank you.
Let's move on. Which players you need?
Yeah. So Liverpool, who we need? I think for me, it's very obvious. It's very obvious who we need. I'd rather go for Bellingham, obviously, and a Gavi in the midfield. 2 8s, very much needed. But we also need a 6. So rather than getting 2 8s, I think I'm probably gonna go with.
Realistic, by the way, if you get a Bellingham, that's your budget blown.
Yeah, bro, we haven't been realistic for any of the teams. So why do I have to be realistic?
Kind of have.
Yes, you're right.
No, I kind of have been realistic.
You're just chatting.
Tell me where I've gone wrong. Any team. You said something wrong.
I said João Felix for Arsenal after they signed.
And Arsenal, if they win the league and everything, they'll have money to spend as well. They have money to spend, which they could have spent. By the way, they could have spent in January. There's 70-odd million that they did bid for. Caicedo got rejected. So in a summer budget, that means they can go get a Declan Rice and a João Felix, who's also around.
And also Bellingham's not unrealistic, so I'm confused.
Bellingham for you, well, no, that's it. But if you get I'm saying if you get Bellingham, I don't think you get a second player unless he's for free.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I'll look at my crystal ball and I'll find out. But right now, I think Bellingham is a realistic option. I also think in the 6, as I said, I'm probably gonna go for that Amrabat type of Amrabat. I'm kind of something like whether it's I want to go from Amrabat or I want to go for more of a homegrown Declan Rice. I'm not sure which one of the two because for me, Declan Rice fits in the 8 role as well, as Jess was saying earlier.
Mason Mount makes sense.
Shut up, guys. Yeah, I'm probably looking at that and I'm thinking or even maybe Gavi and a Rice, because you don't get a Rice.
You're no matter what you're doing, yeah, your two are two midfielders.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you noticed how I haven't even looked at attack and defense? Have you noticed?
You were just like straight in bullseye. You went straight in bullseye in the middle of the park.
Yeah, but it's obvious because Henderson obviously is aging. Fabinho is 49. Arthur Melo has played 30 minutes and he's fucking back off, and we paid his wages for no reason. Curtis Jones is not good enough. Oxlade-Chamberlain is leaving on the free. Naby Keita is leaving on the free. And James Milner, we're trying to. Fucking hell, I don't even want to talk about that. So, you see what I'm saying? I've named you 8 midfielders. You know, I've just named you 8 midfielders.
I actually don't even think this is a long thing on Liverpool. I'm saying 2 midfielders straight away. I'm not even going to debate.
It's just a 6 and an 8. Because again, do you know what? Once you get that DM back, everything just starts to look better. Every team, anyone with a world-class DM looks like a team again. United look like a team again. Since Partey has been fit, Arsenal look like a team again. When City replaced Fernandinho, long day. As soon as Rodri, after that first season, bedded in, long fucking day. Fulham are as good as they are because of Paulinho. Fuck everyone else at Fulham. Paulinho.
Can't lie.
You know what the maddest thing is? You know when we looked at Arsenal earlier and we were saying how many people in Arsenal starting 11 can you change? We said, okay, Xhaka's the one. And after that, you kind of like looking at it and you're looking at the squad. When you look at Liverpool's team, the Liverpool team isn't so bad, but the middle of the park is. If I'm picking the defense, I'm picking obviously Robertson, who obviously, yes, he's still not the same Robertson as 2 years ago, but he's still Robertson, Konate, Van Dijk, you got Trent, and then you obviously got the front three out of the 4-5 you can pick with Jota, Gakpo, and all that. But the midfield, you're literally looking at Thiago, who I think is still a great player. You could have him in there. And then the other 2 positions, they're literally ready to be grabbed. So in that starting 11 right there, the 2 midfielders have to be starting, whoever come in the summer, 100%.
I'm going to say there were 2 minutes you missed.
I'm going to go Paulinho. I'm going to go Paulinho because I don't think he'll cost a mad amount of money. I'm going to go for Paulinho.
About 60 million.
You said
Paulinho, and I'm going to take back my Gavi sort of thing because I think his profile is similar to.
You need a creative type of midfielder in there.
I think,
bro. Gavi, why would you go? Would you get Madison?
Yes. But
Paulinho,
Madison.
You
don't play a 10. You don't play a 10.
No. But I think Madison could be 6 still in a 3-man midfield.
I think Klopp will kill him. Klopp will kill him in the running team. With his injuries, if he's getting injured at Leicester, you think he's not getting injured at Liverpool?
He's had an unlucky season. But yeah, so you need a creative and a defensive.
Paulinho and Bellingham with me. 180 million. 180. By the way, guys, I've got to shoot. I've got to do something. So
go ahead.
Bless up.
I'll message you later, actually.
Yeah. Man, take care, Jeff. I'll DM you, man. Love.
I don't know, like quick for Liverpool. For me, Liverpool, they need a DM for Fabinho, which is somebody. They just need somebody like a Paulinho or something, and they need a Madison, and they'll be okay. They don't need a defender now. Konate and Van Dijk can do the job. They don't need a right back. They don't need a left back. It's just 2 midfielders, and I think everything changes for them. Everything.
I was thinking about a right back because I'm not sold on Trent, but I can't think of who. Midfield, there's a player who's kind of gone off the radar who I saw during the World Cup.
Amrabat.
He's very good. No, Milinkovic-Savic.
So they are linked to Milinkovic-Savic. Milinkovic-Savic is kind of a number 8, a goal-scoring midfielder. He always have the best numbers in the midfield in Italy. But I don't think you think they need someone like this because the creativity always for them. Once Luis Diaz is back, Jota's back fit, and everything is ticking. Normally their midfield is not the most creative thing from them for them. But anyway, I you've done it again. I know that.
What's that?
No, just don't worry about
it. Okay, guys, I need to edit and upload the video for 6:30.
So yeah, me too. We're gonna go. So we finished with Liverpool. I don't know what. Cass, are you still here with us, bro?
I'm not even in the stream.
You are in the stream. So they need.
I'm not.
You are. I promise you are. You're in front of me, bro.
Okay, yeah, but anyways, I was just gonna say, all right, cool. You said Pelini, that's just too easy. I'm gonna say Agate and Mateus Nunes.
Both.
I got it. Milinkovic-Savic and Vitinha from PSG. Those are the 2 that Liverpool need. Believe me.
Okay. So I want to go on to do the other team because we've gone for so long. So what who else? Spurs or Chelsea? I don't think Chelsea.
Wait, listen, guys. I ain't got long left. We've got to do Newcastle because I've literally got I've got no time.
You want to do Newcastle?
I don't want to do Newcastle at all.
No. We're not gonna do Newcastle. I'm gonna go right away with Chelsea and Chelsea quick with Graham Potter, and we'll do
Chelsea. Any player Chelsea need, they already have them in their team somewhere.
Well, I'm gonna say Spurs. I'm gonna say Chelsea quick. It's bait. They probably need a new striker, so I'm gonna say Vlahovic. Anyways, Vlahovic, and then I'm gonna say a DM in Lavia.
Yeah, they do need a Lavia. They need a DM next to Enzo Fernandez. And a striker, maybe Vlahovic. I don't know. Maybe they can go and outbid for Osimhen. If they can sell Kai Havertz or something, they can outbid Man United for Osimhen. Maybe he would go. I doubt it, because I think he would choose Man United. But again, they can offer him way more money, salary-wise.
No, they can't. They really can't.
Unless you get bought by the Qatari people, unless the ownership change. Unless the ownership change. But that's it for me. For Chelsea, it's just as simple as that.
I can't think of a striker other than Vlahovic, Osimhen, the usual suspects.
Gonzalo Ramos might be good for them.
Gonzalo Ramos might be good for them, yeah. I don't think a Kolo Muani needs to go there. And I think midfield, someone to play with Enzo Fernandez. Kessié, Barcelona.
Yeah. Maybe. Very, very good shout. Spurs now.
Is this with Kane or without Kane?
Kane needs to go.
I have no idea.
Is this with Kane or without Kane?
Without Kane, if without Kane, you can give them 3. If with
Kane,
cool.
Without Kane, I'm giving them Evan Ferguson. I'm thinking of Bastoni, and I'm thinking of a creative centre mid. I'm gonna go with Maddison. There you go.
So for Spurs,
if not Evan Ferguson, Matoma, and put Son up front.
D1 is saying, what about the return of Lukaku to them? That's going to be a big problem for them. It's going to be a big problem for Chelsea, by the way, because he is on a mad wage. And they're not going to sell him for like 20, 30.
I'll say Ivan Toney. He's probably going to get banned. So
I've heard that apparently Chelsea are willing to cut their losses on Lukaku and just accept a cut fee for him. Apparently,
but what's a cut fee? It's exactly that's a 20 mil. Inter will I think Inter will spend 20 mil for him because, but 20 mil after paying 105, bro. Like wow.
Yeah. They're just tired of him.
By the way.
Oh shit, I'm muted. Sorry, yeah, my bad. Do you want to keep him, Modo? That's the question as an Inter fan.
No, we don't want to keep him. He's not good enough this year. But it depends on who's the manager next year. If we keep the same manager. If it's Conte, I would definitely keep Lukaku. Definitely 100%. He can work with a big striker like this. Spurs tie, because before we go on, Spurs, well,
Spurs.
3 without Kane, 2 with Kane.
Okay, so without Kane, Evan Ferguson, I think he's a ready-made profile for him, even though he's 18. If not, I think actually Kolo Muani is actually a good maybe option for Spurs, if I'm totally honest, even though I don't know if you'd go to them. Spurs. They need a midfielder. They've got Holberg, Papi Sarr, Bentancur. They need a creative midfielder.
I said Maddison.
He'd be a good fit. Yeah, they need a creative midfielder. And they need it's either a left back or a centre back.
Now they got Udigi coming in for next season, isn't it?
What, from Udinese? They're gonna say, if they're gonna get him from Udinese, then they need a centre back. Basically, I'm talking a spine. I'm talking centre back, creative midfielder, forward, and obviously if Kane is staying, then it would be a creative midfielder.
Can I ask you something about the centre back tie? Do they need a left centre back or they need a sweeper like Dyer? Which one is more important for you if you are to sign one tomorrow? They have Langley on loan with an option to buy it cheap. So which one would you go for? A left centre back or an actual sweeper?
I'd go left centre back. Obviously, you got Romero who's right footed anyway. I'll go left centre back. I just think you need some balance in there.
I think there's a good one. Ndika from the Bundesliga. He's a free
agent in the summer, I believe.
Patrick Sheikh, D1 is saying good shout, but I didn't think he would go for that.
Great shout. I like him.
He's not a striker. They need a striker.
Ndika definitely is an upgrade for him. I don't think Bastoni to Tottenham's a downgrade, but money's different, I suppose. And then Madison, there you go. You
bear in mind, and Ndombele still plays for them technically.
Yeah. There you go. That's another one.
But I think that if Napoli win, they're gonna redeem. It is an option to buy there, so they're gonna redeem them.
He's not played much. I don't know if he will now, but
Well,
we'll
he
see.
comes off the bench most of the games, but he will get there. The problem is he cannot shift in Guisa. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being. I don't know what is on for tomorrow. Thanks for Jess for being here. I'm sure Gaffers, of course. The link, the handle in the title, of course. So thanks, Ty and Monts, of course, Big Six fans. Make sure to check them out. Thanks, guys. I don't know what is on tomorrow, to be honest, but that's why you gotta hit the notification button for us if you want to know when we go live. So thank you everybody for being here, and thanks Jess, thanks Ty, thanks Cass, and we appreciate you guys, and we're out of here, people.
Peace out.
Peace,
Guys,